You got that velvet logic moving in my mind. Glide across the booth like you've done this every time. Copper on your fingers, tracing patterns on my sleeve. Laughing at my secrets like you already knew the beat beneath. Plug me into your velvet circuit. Flip that hidden little switch. Every glance a pulse that surges through the fault lines in my chest. Hold me in your quiet current till my old defense resets. Yeah, I spark when you deserve it in your velvet circuit. Velvet circuit. You talking crooked phrases, half truth, half wine. Lose your name in vapor, but your eyes stay sharp as lines. You draw my future on a napkin by good glass. Boy, you're scared of changing, and I'm scared this night will pass. Hug me into your velvet circuit. Flip that hidden little switch. Every glance a pulse that surges through the fault lines in my chest. Hold me in your quiet current till my old defense resets. Yeah, I spark when you deserve it in your velvet circuit. Velvet circuit. You say don't chase, and still I lean. You say just breathe, and I forget to breathe. And loving you burns slow and certain. Then let me live inside the curtain. Plug me into your velvet circuit. Flip that hidden little switch. Every glance a pulse that surges through the fault lines in my chest. Hold me in your quiet current till my old defense resets. Yeah, I spark when you deserve it in your velvet circuit. Velvet circuit. You got that velvet, velvet. Yeah. You got that velvet. You got that velvet, velvet. You got that velvet. You got that velvet. You got that velvet. Early light slips through the blinds of a quiet cafe. Steam curling from a paper cup like a small white signal. A spoon rings once against ceramic, and the street outside boots up. Slow, gentle, ready. Sunbeams pixelate on the wooden table. Gold squares drifting across my notebook margins. The grinder hums slow and steady in the back, and my pen scratches soft lines like tiny keys in the quiet. Warm up between my palms. arms, I feel the heat travel. Bitter espresso on my tongue, clean as a reset. Coffee grounds and old paper linger in the air. My thoughts load in the background, one tab at a time. I'm not rushing, just letting the morning render, frame by frame in a slow, friendly loop. Breath sinking to the cafe's clock speed, saving this calm and read-only memory. No crowd, no noise, only small sounds that make me whole. A simple melody for the day I'm about to build. A bicycle bell fades 2 blocks away, then returns as an echo off the glass storefront. Outside, taxi lights paint the crosswalk gold, and a sparrow hops near the doorway, bold as a cursor. I turn the page, paper cool under my fingertips, and the chair's fabric holds yesterday's warmth. Milk foam tastes sweet at the edge of the cup, like a tiny patch note. You're doing fine. For a moment the world goes quiet on purpose, as if someone pressed mute on the city. My worries buffer, then clear, and I watch my reflection ripple in the window. Not lonely, just alone in a good way, like a clean desktop before the first file appears. Early light slips through the blinds of a quiet cafe, steam curling from a paper cup like a small white signal. The spoon rings once, the loop begins again, and the day boots up, slow, gentle, ready.
Snow blanket on the town. First one's out, not a soul around. Coat and scarf, pinkish hue. Everything looks better with you. So put your hand in mine for a sugar rush. Let's make a beeline for the snow cone slush. And the apple pie, it don't get much better than being in the snow with you. La 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 la. The rooftops and the roads are dressed in white from head to toe. All is calm and all is bright.
Soft lights, late train, quiet screen glow. Breathing in the hum where the city moves slow. Neonics, two blinds and a muted line. Guitar strings and silver roads and velvet time. Notifications fade like distant passing cars. I keep my focus floating, counting tiny stars. Air conditioner whispers in a steady tone. I'm here with the signal, comfortably alone. After hours, gentle power, drip of sound in a midnight shower. Hold the moment, let it stay, warm and weightless, drift away. After hours, mellow light, paper thin dreams and soft moon white. I don't need words, I don't need proof, just this groove under a quiet roof. Coffee cup ring on a desk of old notes. Loops of calm rolling in invisible boats. Every chord is a hallway, every padded door. I walk through the textures, wanting nothing more. Little clicks like vinyl, little breath like rain. A clean kind of silence in the edges of my brain. After hours, gentle power, drip of sound in a midnight shower. Hold the moment, let it stay, warm and weightless, drift away. After hours, mellow light, paper thin dreams and soft moon white. I don't need words, I don't need proof, just this groove under a quiet roof. No right roof, no rush, no chase, no heavy thunder, only small rhythms pulling me under. A soft soprano, sweet and clear, like a tiny satellite close to my ear. Counting graphs in 4/4 sway, turning the worry into gray. After hours, gentle power, drip of sound in a midnight shower. Hold the moment, let it stay, warm and weightless, drift away. After hours, metal like paper thin dreams and soft moon white. I don't need words, I don't need proof, just this groove under quiet roof. Soft light, soft light, soft light. So after hours fades out. Soft lights, soft lights. You slide in late, lip gloss, lab notes, ink on your fingers, mascara on my coat. You talking graphs, I talking touch. You say it's complicated, I say I like it too much. You're my velvet circuit, soft skin, sharp mind, slow burn, current running through my spine. I short out, I spark every time you start it. Silk on steel, you're my velvet circuit. You trace blueprints on my bare back. Angles, equations turn into contact. You say this shouldn't work, then you lean in closer. Oh, your heartbeat skips like it lost control. Velvet circuit, soft skin, sharp mind, slow burn, current running through my spine. I short out, I spark every time you start it. Silk on steel, you're my velvet circuit. Yeah, yeah. You say you're scared of alone. I'll be gentle with your code. We can glitch in halftime, baby. Clouds hang low and skies turn gray. Find the spark to light your way. Hidden strength inside you burns. Pain to power, now it turns. Every fall's a chance to rise. See the world through brighter eyes. From the ashes find your wings. Life's a song that always sings. Rise up and shine your light so bright. Break the silence of the night. Believe in you, just take a stand. The world is yours to understand. In your heart you've got the flame. Take the wheel and own the game. Destiny calls out your name. Life will never be the same. Trouble's just a stepping stone. In this fight you're not alone. Courage builds with every stride. Feel the power deep inside. Rise up and shine your light so bright. Break the silence of the night. Believe in you, just take a stand. The world is yours to understand. Rise up and shine your light so bright. Break the silence of the night. Believe in you, just take a stand. The world is yours to understand.
Friday, 2:07 a.m. The cafe sign flickers outside my window. Neon bleeds into puddles on the sidewalk, and rain writes thin code on the glass. A paper cup steams beside the laptop. Coffee grounds and wet asphalt in the air. A keyboard clicks in the quiet like distant train bells 2 blocks away, while cherry blossoms drift past the streetlight, pale pixels in the dark. Cold glass presses my fingertips when I tilt the window open, and petrichor slides in, soft as a blanket over the hum of the fridge. I watch the cursor blink, steady, patient, like a tiny lighthouse in red-only night. Let the rain keep time for me. Tick, tick, in a gentle loop. My breath slowing to match the downpour's BPM. I save this moment in a small cache of warmth. Coffee bitter on my tongue. City lights painting the crosswalk gold. No rush, no alarms. Just quiet progress buffering into calm. Hours later, the street is emptier. Only a taxi slides by with muted tires, its taillights smearing red across the wet road like a long exposure. The mug is warm between my palms and the screen glow softens my eyes as vending machines and traffic signals trade their low electric lullaby. A new line lands in the file. The night renders slowly, petal by petal. I pause, listening. Rain on metal railings, a far door closing. The building settling with a tired sigh. Some thoughts still spin, but they don't need fixing. I let them idle, like tabs left open on purpose. The cafe sign blinks again, the same as before. keeps typing on the window, and blossoms keep drifting through the glow. I close the lid softly, saving without asking, and the loop begins where it started. The evening settles on the apartment block. Neon signs bleeding into puddles below. Rain threads the window in thin silver lines. A distant crosswalk beeps, then let's go. Steam curls from a paper cup on my desk. Coffee grounds and old paper warm the air. Keys click in the quiet like tiny metronomes, while radiator heat rests against my palms. Outside taxi lights paint the asphalt gold, and water taps a soft rhythm on the glass. I loop the same calm measure again and again, breathing in sync with the rain's slow code. My thoughts buffer gently, no rush to render, saving small comfort in read-only mode. One page, one beat, one steady window scene. Focus feels like shelter, soft and close. A timer light fades, then returns like a pulse. The room rewrites itself between sips. The train bells thin out 2 blocks away, leaving only rainfall and fluorescent hum. My fingertips find the mug's warm rim, bitter espresso lingering on my tongue. I scroll past headlines, let them drift like droplets sliding down and letting go. Some nights the city feels like a server room, quiet fans, steady power, a patient glow. I don't need a grand upgrade to be okay, just a stable connection to the present and the hush between keystrokes. I notice my heartbeat sink into the room. Late evening settles on the apartment block. Neon signs bleeding into puddles below. Rain threads the window in thin silver lines, and my breathing earns the loop it knows.
Rain on the window, dead on the glass. Soft blue pixels letting minutes pass. Street lights blur in a slow motion stream. Neon reflections in a quiet machine. I save the night in a folder of haze. Open warm chords in the commuter days. Packets of silence drifting through air. A tiny heartbeat in the static there. No rush, no drama, just gentle delay. Like typing a thought and erasing the sway. Rainy cache memory, hold it a while. Low risk feelings in a neutral smile. If the world reboots, I'll still be here. Under vinyl skies, crystal clear. Rainy cache memory, fade and fade out. Soft little signal, no need to shout. I let the echoes do what they do in the quiet glow of midnight blue. Cup of warm tea, steam in the light. Keys click softly, keeping time tonight. Jazz lean chords and a sleepy bass, tracing calm circles in a small safe place. Elevator hum from the building next door. Footsteps dissolve on the wet concrete floor. I'm not looking for a reason to stay, just letting the rhythm replace the day.
boots, I'll still be here. Under vinyl skies, crystal clear. Rainy cash memory, fade and fade out. Soft little signal, no need to shout. I let the echoes do what they do in the quiet glow of midnight blue. Rain on the window, date on the glass. Soft blue pixels, letting minutes pass. Windows down, sugar on the skyline. Empty streets, but my chest is in the fast lane. Your hand hangs out in the wind like a question. And the dashboard learns your name. Pastel night drive, paint you in the passing signs. Every color softer when you're on my side. Pastel night drive, nothing loud, the world on quiet. I could write this silence till the morning finds the sky. Red cup rolling on the floorboard. Old song skipping in the speakers, still fine. You say, you know I almost called you last winter. I stare at the way your words draw lines. Pastel night drive, paint you in the passing signs. Every color softer when you're on my side. Pastel night drive, nothing loud, the world on quiet. I could write this silence till the morning finds the sky. Every turn feels like one we never took. Every look feels like something in a book. If we stop, do we lose this fragile shine? So we just keep rolling, rolling through the outline night. Pastel night drive, paint you in the passing signs. Every color softer when you're on my side. Pastel night drive, if this is all, take the slice. You and I in colors that only live in night's light. Late night drizzle coats the convenience store window. Neon lead is bleeding into puddles like slow pixels. A paper cup steams beside the register, and the door chime loops softly when nobody comes in. I fold a clear umbrella, still cold against my fingertips, while rain ticks a metronome on the metal awning. Coffee grounds and old paper float in the air. A quiet scent that clings to my hoodie sleeves. The vending machine hums and a steady patient key, and my thoughts buffer in the glassy light. I'm saving this calm in red, only memory. Receipt paper warm between my palms. The city renders slowly, frame by frame, and I don't rush it. I let the signal settle. I let the rain keep time. Across the street, taxi lights paint the crosswalk gold. Their reflections rippling when buses exhale and pass. A distant train bell fades 2 blocks away. Like a notification I choose not to open. Bitter espresso lingers on my tongue, and the umbrella handle presses a small circle into my hand. I step out and the night soft Kodak holds me gently. Some moments don't need a caption, just a clean loop and a little space. If the world asks for updates, I answer with silence, watching my breath fog the plastic canopy until it clears again. Neon letters blurring. Neon letters blurring, sharpening the puddles. Steam curls once more from the paper cup. The door chime stays ready for the next scene, and the drizzle keeps rewriting the sidewalk in quiet, washable ink.
Neon signs bleed into puddles on the platform. A vending machine hums in A minor, and the ticket gate clicks like a metronome.
Cold steel bench under my palm, slightly damp, steam curls from a paper cup and fogs my glasses. Train bells fade 2 blocks away, then return as fluorescent light flickers frame by frame.
My phone shows 1 bar of signal, yet the city keeps streaming in high resolution. I let the night render slowly, pixel by pixel, saving this quiet and read-only memory.
No rush, no chase, just a gentle loop.
My breath sinking to the station's clock speed.
A train exhales warm air and brake dust smell, and taxi lights paint the crosswalk gold outside.
Keys click in my pocket like tiny castanets,
While rain taps the roof in perfect eighth
notes.
I watch my reflection in the window
Glass, a soft after image floating in the neon. Thoughts buffer in the silence between arrivals, and I don't force the download. I sip the bitter coffee and the warmth spreads a small patch of daylight inside my ribs.
The same looped announcement, the same puddles holding borrowed color. I step forward as the doors sigh open, and the platform keeps glowing quietly for whoever returns.
Screen humming on my desk. Blue light moons on your face. You fall asleep in
Packing bags at the crack of dawn. Dust in the air, our time is gone. Smiles and waves won't last too long, but this goodbye feels like a song. Let the goodbye glow, it shines so bright, turning shadows into light. Parting ways, but hearts ignite. We'll meet again, oh hold on tight. Train whistle blows, the wheels start to move. Every mile's a beat, the rhythm smooth. With every goodbye there's something new. Stories to chase, dreams to pursue. Let the guide glow, it shines so bright, turning shadows into light. High like the rising sun. Each step forward, a journey begun. Farewell's not the end, it's just some fun. The world's a puzzle where pieces spun. Let the goodbye glow, it shine, turning shadows into light. Parting ways, but hearts ignite. We'll meet again, oh hold on tight.
Soft light on the desk, air like clean glass, a tiny waveform floating past. Pages breathe in silence, slow and even. White noise stitches the corners of the room. Count the seconds by the hum of the ceiling, and let my thoughts align with the bloom. Notifications fade into distant weather. Icons sink under a calm, pale sea. I keep my focus like a thread of silver, unbroken, steady, quietly. In the morning static, I stay clear. Cool electricity, gentle and near. No rush, no fire, just a steady stream. Learning the shape of a simple dream. Keyboard clicks like small metronomes, soft percussion in a velvet lane. Piano lights up little stairs step patterns, and I follow them through the rainless plain. I save my feelings in neutral colors, pastel logic, kind and clean. If the world is loud outside the window, here it turns to a muted sheen. In the morning, static, I stay clear. Cool electricity, gentle and near. No rush, no fire, just a steady stream. Learning the shape of a simple dream. Hold the note thin as paper, let it glow, then let it go. Between the lines, a quiet answer, yes, that doesn't need to show. I'm not chasing signs or perfect timing, just making space for thought to land. Breathe in, breathe out, keep the horizon smooth as data in my hand. In the morning static, I stay clear. Cool electricity, gentle and near. No rush, no fire, just a steady stream. Learning the shape of a simple dream. Soft light on the desk, air like clean glass. A tiny waveform floating past.
Tuesday morning, a tiny kitchen window fogs at the edges. Steam curls from a paper cup, and the world turns soft like a loading screen. Outside, bicycles whisper past, tires kissing the wet street. Minty bites cool sweet on my tongue, then fades to warmth. The kettle clicks off, a small chime in the quiet. Sunlight strips the counter in pale pixels, dust dancing in the beam. My fingertips find the mug's heat, and the glassy ties feel cold beneath my palms. I press play, one bright note, then another, like icons popping open. Let the day run in gentle loops, no rush, no warning pop-ups. My thoughts buffer in the silence, then render smooth frame by frame. I save this calm in red, only memory, and sip the minutes like mint and honey. A message notification hums once, then sleeps. Somewhere down the block, a train bell fades 2 streets away. I open my laptop, keys click like tiny footsteps on a wooden stage. The screen glows turquoise, reflecting in the spoon. Little moons in metal, air smells of tea leaves and clean soap. The morning simplest code, I write one line, erase it, and smile at the soft breeze start.
11:58 p.m. The apartment lights dim to a single lamp. Snow drifts past the window like quiet white data. The radiator ticks in short, patient pulses. Cold glass rests against my fingertips, steady and clean, while street lights paint the crosswalk amber through the falling flakes. I hear a distant train bell fading 2 blocks away, and the soft hush of wind threading the balcony rail. Mint tea leaves a warm, sweet fog on my breath, and the room smells like paperbacks and dried cedar. Tonight runs on low power mode. Nothing to fix, nothing to chase. My thoughts buffer in the silence and finally play. I save this moment in red-only memory, letting the world render slowly, pixel by pixel. Minutes slide forward, the snow rewrites the sidewalk in blank lines. A neighbor's door clicks shut, then the hallway returns to stillness. The mug warms my palms like a small, reliable processor, and the tea's faint honey lingers on my tongue. Outside tires whisper on slush, a brush snare far away, and neon signs bleed softly into puddles under the bridge. I used to fear the empty hours, but now I watch them loop like a calm screensaver. Breath in, breath out, sinking to the city's clock speed, until even my heartbeat feels like gentle background code. 11:58 p.m. The lamp stays low, the room stays kind. Snow keeps falling, quiet white data at the window. The radiator ticks, and the night fades into its own restart.
Sup keys in a dimmer room, cursor blinks like a metronome. Final dust in the air, hush mode. Light shift glow, I'm coming home. I label the silence with a tiny name. VO1 in a pocket of flame. Neon reflections on a black glass screen. Calm and precise like a well-kept dream. Pull the window open, steady breath. Traffic far away, a gentle depth. I count the seconds in my fan slow spin, and tuck my thoughts where the logs begin. Write it down, let it flow. Little notes in the afterglow. No drama, no noise, just steady line. A quiet heart in a coded night. Commit, softly true. Small improvements coming through. In the hum of the machine so kind, I leave my worries on the timeline. Tabs like lanterns spaced and bright. White space holding all the night. I don't chase miracles, I just align. Tiny moving parts in a simple design. Signals drift in pastel lines. Lo-fi sparks and retro chimes. Every error turns to a gentle guide. I breathe and let the fix decide. Write it down. noise, just steady light. A quiet heart in a coated night. Commit, softly true. Small improvements coming through. In the hum of the machine so kind, I leave my worries on the timeline. If the world gets loud, I'll lower the gain. Let the rain be data on the window pane. Heartbeat sync to an 8-bit tone. A pocket universe, minimal alone. I'm not running, I'm just refining. Edges smoothing, softly shining. One more line, one more breath. Gentle roots that quiet stress. Lost one sock in the dryer, found it orbiting the fan. Shirt is stuck to the ceiling like it's waving. Catch me if you can. Detergent comet in the doorway, bubbles floating through the air. Guess the gravity's on holiday, and my jeans just find the care. Laundry in space, spinning round the room. T-shirts drift by like balloons. I'm folding in 0G, shouting your name. You laugh as my sweater hits the moon. Laundry in space, what a mess, what a view. My hoodie doing loops over you. We're sailing through socks and sleeves, losing our shoes, but I don't mind as long as I'm lost with you. Underwear stuck to the window, flagging ships across the street. Your old auntie on the lampshade doing dances to the heat. We should probably hit the off switch. We should probably pull the plug. But your smile's doing cartwheels, so I flew in for a hug. Come here, laundry in space. Laundry in space, spinning round the room. T-shirts drift by like balloons. I'm folding in 0D, shouting your name. You laugh as my sweater hits the moon. Laundry in space, what a mess, what a view. My hoodie doing loops over you. We're still through socks and sleeves, losing our shoes, but I don't mind as long as I'm lost with you. If the world falls off the hanger, if the days all come undone, we can hang our worries on the shower rod, watch them orbit in the sun. Laundry space, spinning round the room. T-shirts just burn like balloons. I'm folding in 0G, shouting your name. You laugh as my sweater hits the moon. Laundry space, what a mess, what a view. My hoodie doing loops over you. Sailing through socks and sleeves, losing our shoes, and I don't mind. Oh yes, I'm lost with you.
Aglow in moody delight. The vinyl spins, the mood feels right. Shadows stretch like they're alive. In this quiet, dreams arrive. Every whisper rides the air. Fingertips trace nothing there. Heartbeat slow, the clock's a ghost in this lounge I love the most. Faint groove alive in 6-string size, bassline hums a sweet reply. Echoes dance, they never fall. In these walls I hear it all. Every whisper rides the air, fingertips trace nothing there. Heartbeat slow, the clock's a ghost. In this lounge I love the most. A swirl of sound, it pulls me deep through swirling haze. I softly weep, moments fleeting, but they stay, living in this amber haze. Every whisper rides the air, fingertips trace nothing there. Heartbeat slow, the clock's a ghost. In this lounge I love the most.
Before dawn, the apartment window turns to frosted glass. A pale street lamp smearing halos on the snow below. The radiator ticks like a metronome in the wall, and my phone glows low, a quiet tab left open. I press my palms to a warm mug, letting the ceramic thaw my fingers, while cinnamon steam curls up and fogs the air near my face. Outside, tires whisper over packed white streets, and a distant crosswalk chime blinks through the hush. A tiny blue LED on the router keeps breathing, like a calm signal holding the room together. I let the morning load slowly, frame by frame, saving this stillness in red only memory. No rush, no alarms, just soft light and steady loops. My thoughts buffering gently until they play. The sky shifts from ink to water, milk behind the buildings, and balcony rails shine with ice that catches the first gold. Keys click in a quiet rhythm as I write a small plan for the day. Paper smelling faintly of graphite and last night's tea. A passing train leaves a low velvet hum in the floorboards, then fades like a notification dismissed without worry. For a moment I listen for my own breath, matching its tempo to the heater's patient pulse. I don't need a new version of myself, just the stable release, clean and kind. The frost loosens its grip as the room warms up, and the street lamp's halo thins into daylight. I keep the window closed, but not the world, letting the sunrise buffer and loop. Morning light spills through the bookstore blinds, dust motes drifting like slow pixels in the air. A bell above the door rings once, then quiets. An old paper breathes out its vanilla scent. My fingers slide along spines with worn gold letters, cool cardstock edges pressing softly at my thumb.
inside a paper cup. Pages whisper when I turn them, thin thunder, while a distant bus hushes past on wet pavement. Bitter espresso lingers on my tongue, and the room warms my palms like a saved file. I let the world run in the background, no alarms, no urgent notifications. Hear my thoughts buffer into stillness, loading calm line by line. I'm not lost, just offline for a while, keeping this small happiness in read-only memory. A new chapter opens with the softest crack, ink scent rising when the pages meet the light. Outside, crosswalk paint turns bright and clean, taxi reflections stitching gold across the glass. The guitar in my headphones stays gentle and round, Rhodes chords blooming like warm halos. I trace a margin note in pencil gray, feel in the grain of the desk under my wrist. Some days I chase beat like it's the answer, stacking tabs until the mind overheats. But in this quiet isle of secondhand stories, I can hear my own breath sinking to a slower clock. A simple loop is enough. Morning light spills through the bookstore blinds, dust motes drifting like slow pixels in the air. The bell above the door rings once, then quiets. An old paper breathes out its vanilla scent.
The sun hangs low over a quiet boardwalk, salt haze blurring the skyline like a soft lens. A paper cup sweats in my hand, and the ocean keeps a slow metronome on the sand. Golden light drips through palm fronds onto my sneakers. Seagulls trace commas in the sky, unhurried and thin. I taste the last sip of bitter iced coffee on my tongue, while warm wind presses against my wrist like a gentle sleeve. My phone buzzes once, then goes still. I set the world to airplane mode and listen. Let the evening render, frame by frame, storing this calm in read-only memory. Footsteps loop with the tide, soft hiss, and my thoughts buffer, then finally play. Here the horizon is a clean line of code, and everything runs at the speed of breath. Neon from the arcade flickers alive behind me, painting the pavement pink where the shadows cool. I feel cold glass against my fingertips, condensation sliding like tiny comets down the bottle. A distant skateboard clacks, then fades 2 streets away, and someone laughs bright and brief as a notification. I keep walking, letting the sky update to deeper blue. Some days I chase signal, tonight I choose silence, watching my worries time out and close themselves. I don't need a new destination, just this small cache of light, saved before the night takes over. The sun slips behind the water without a sound, salt air cooling my shoulders, soft and sure. The ocean keeps its slow metronome on the sand, and I carry the glow quietly back into the dark. Station steps still warm from the day,
Petals ride the sidewalk like slow pixels, and the street lamp buffers in a pale pink glow. Neon signs bleed softly into puddles. Taxi lights paint the crosswalk gold. I taste a bitter canned coffee on my tongue. Feel the cool aluminum press my fingertips from an open window. A TV murmurs 2 floors up, and my shoes whisper over wet stone. The air smells like rain, damp blossoms, and old paper, while my phone searches for a signal in my pocket. I let the city run in quiet mode, breathing in the soft static of spring, saving this moment in red. Only memory, petals, pavement, and a steady hum. No rush to refresh, no need to scroll. My heartbeat sinks to the street's slow clock speed. I slip into a small riverside walkway where the water carries reflections like cashed light. A vending machine hums, constant as a server room. Its glass cool against my palm as I tap the button. Somewhere train bells fade 2 blocks away, and a bicycle chain clicks like careful keystrokes. The breeze tastes faintly of sugar and river mist, and petals tick my sleeve as they fall. Soft notifications from the dark. For a minute I watch my thoughts buffer, each worry dissolving into the current. The night renders slowly, pixel by pixel, until there's only the sound of water and the warmth of a paper cup between my hands. The same lamp, the same gentle glow. Petals loop back into the sidewalk stream, and the city keeps humming, quietly connected.